Hey everybody, welcome to the Simple Things by William. Today we're going to be cooking spaghetti bolognese. Today we'll be using 2 stovetops, and the number 1 secret when you want to cook anything in 15 minutes is to preheat your stove top. So make sure that the knobs are turned all the way to the top and let the stove preheat in the background. Take a large pot, fill it halfway with hot water. Then make sure that the heat is turned all the way to the top. Add a little bit of salt. Okay, make that a lot of salt. Add a dash of oil to the water. Then take normal or olive oil and add about 2 tablespoons to your preheated pot. Open up your tomato and onion mix and add can number 1 and then can number 2 to the mix. While you're waiting for your water to heat up, open up your 500 grams of store-bought spaghetti. Don't worry about breaking it up. Just add it and put a spoon on it. The spaghetti will set on its own. Now back to our bolognese mix. Stir your tomato and onion mix, making sure that nothing sticks to the bottom. Now add your seasoning salt. A good rule of thumb is just to sprinkle a little layer over the top of your dish. If you're using regular salt, add significantly less. Next up, get your dried origanum ready and add about 1 tablespoon of the origanum to your mix. Next up, we'll be adding some thyme. Same as before, about 1 tablespoon, and just sprinkle it over your mix. Depending on how spicy you like your food, I usually just add 1 heaped tablespoon of curry powder. If you like your food a little bit spicier, add some more or a hotter brand. Now take a fork and scrape the bottom of your pot, making sure that none of the pasta sticks to it or to each other. Now I'll be adding about 900 grams of minced meat. If you don't like your food too fatty, use lean beef instead. In the meanwhile, keep on scraping the bottom of that pot to make sure that none of the pasta sticks to it. The color of your pasta is always a good indication if it's cooked or not. If it's still got that same yellow color as when you added it to the mix, it's probably still too raw. Lighter yellow is always an indication that it's cooked. Stir your bolognese mix around again, making sure that all the meat's evenly cooked. Now add about 4 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. Add about 4 tablespoons of ketchup or tomato sauce. Add about 4 tablespoons of chutney sauce. And give it a good stir, making sure that all the ingredients are well blended. If you follow these steps correctly, your bolognese mix should be ready exactly at the same time as when your pasta is cooked. To check if your pasta is ready, place a little bit on the tip of a fork, lift it out, wait for it to cool down. Remove a little bit with your fingers, hold it in your hand and feel the texture of it. It should be stretchy but not falling apart. Now have a quick taste. The Italians call it al dente, which means just right. If it's too firm, let it cook a little bit more. Repeat this process approximately every 2 minutes. Get a pasta strainer and put it to the side. When straining the water from your pasta, keep about a 1/4 cup of water to the side and add this to your meat mix later on. The mixture of starch and salt in the water will not only just add flavor to your dish, but will bind your bolognese sauce together beautifully. Now it's time to turn off the heat. Season your dish according to taste with some black pepper. Strain away the remaining water from your spaghetti. Give it a good rinse and place it back into the pot. Dishing up this dish, you will need 1 standard plate, a ladle spoon, and also a spaghetti spoon. Let's put it all together. Using your spaghetti spoon, take out 1 serving of spaghetti. Using your ladle spoon, take out 1 serving of bolognese and serve it on top of the spaghetti. Sprinkle some grated cheese over the top. To make your dish look a little bit prettier, sprinkle some fresh or dried parsley over the top. At this stage you can add a fork or a fork and a spoon. Because we didn't break up the spaghetti at the start, you can roll it up onto the fork and eat it like the Italians would traditionally. If this is not your thing, just add a knife. Thank you for watching one of these simple things. Catch you on the flip side.